Stadium. Our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. Carry now. This is Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now Griffin on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And he motions the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Manning now on 1st down. Caught. It's Cruz left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And here's a look at the starting offense. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They run again with Jennings. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Manning now on first down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After the interception, here's Griffin. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10 now. Griffin, he's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Griffin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football, first and 10. New York set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And they'll get 17 yards there, and that'll be good for a Giants first.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership, a big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
To throw, it's Manning. It's complete to Cruz. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Manning to throw on second down. They go screen play with Jennings. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. Now it's Jennings. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Manning. Over the middle here to Donnell. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Throwing on first down is Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They come up in and on. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jennings. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Manning to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 10 yards still left on second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Second and 10. Once again, Griffin to the sideline. And, oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I love Duke Johnson's versatility coming out of the University of Miami, and he's done nothing to dispel that. Boy, he can catch the ball.
He had 61 catches in 2015.
And didn't even play a full season due to injuries.
Yeah.
Boy, his potential, almost unlimited.
Third down and 8 now. Here comes the D swarming to the line. On third down, Griffin. Well, this is brought in by Pryor. And he's brought down after a good game. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And Barnage has it on the right side. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
It's a nice catch there by Gary Barnage, and there's no getting around it. The emergence of him has been nothing short of stunning, hasn't it?
Yeah, first 6 years, total 44 catches. Then at age 30 last year, he goes for 79.
Who says you don't get better with age?
On second down, here's Griffin. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. First and goal from the 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the D looking like they may blitz. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
So backed up to the 6 now. Third and goal. On third and goal, here's Griffin. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Gary Barnidge, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Manning going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down and 4. Play action. Manning. It's caught. Shepard. A good pickup there, a 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, Manning looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Griffin on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's JPP, 7th-year man Jason Pierre-Paul. In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Another pistol look here. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Manning to throw on 2nd down. They go screen play with Jennings. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down to Vereen out in the flat. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And it's fielded at the 34. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he's brought down. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. Griffin going to give to Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, Griffin. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Eli Apple with another pass deflection there. He's having a heck of a game. He's done it multiple times. Maybe now Mom will let him get that watch that she wouldn't let him wear at the 2016 NFL Draft.
Now tell me more.
Oh, what happened was he was offered the chance to wear a really nice, expensive watch when he went across stage where his name was called. His mother, Annie, said, absolutely not. Right now, you are an unemployed college dropout. Until that changes, you're not wearing any expensive watch going across some stage tonight.
I like Mom. I like Annie.
She lays the law down, keeps him on the straight and narrow, and he's playing better in the NFL.
Now it's Griffin, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Rashad Jennings, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A good pickup there at 22. RG3 outside of the pocket. You know that's where he can be really dangerous with the feet or here the arm.
And that scares defenses in a big way because his ability to break ranks and still make big throws or, as you suggested, take off and go. How do you defend that when he's on his game?
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They come out here in the eye. Now we give to the first man through, and that's Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Griffin. And Barnage has it on the right side. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop.
4 down. Ready. Flag. 32.
Third and 2. Now Griffin dumping it off for Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Now receiver in motion left. Griffin will try and throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Fresh set of downs here. This is Jennings. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing is Manning. Caught. It's Cruz left side. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. Get the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Manning. He finds Beckham complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Larry Donnell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, here's Griffin looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He's back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Griffin to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. So they'll look to convert that and then hold on here in the final minute to force overtime.
And let's check the nerves of not just the guy kicking the ball, but how about the snapper and the holder as well.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Griffin will try and throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Here comes Darkwa. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Back to throw, Manning. It's caught, Shepard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw is Manning. They go screenplay with Jennings. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now it all comes down to Josh Brown. This no gimme in the snow. And he nailed it. It's good. Through the snowflakes, he finds a way to get it to go. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Still trying to digest the final moments of the game. What a fantastic drive to win it.
To see the winning team execute, stay calm and in the moment and get it done, it really was a thing of beauty to conclude this game.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been